Hello there, and welcome back to Building with the Boys. Our friends over at Rokr have very kindly sent us the mechanical butterfly to build and review. I've really been looking forward to this. Now, this is the latest in their line of the mechanical insects range, mechanical species. There's a lot in there. So they've got the storm beetle, they've got the rhinoceros beetle, they've got the scorpion. They're lovely, they're really nice. I've been wanting to do one for a while, and when they offered this one, I thought, well, yeah, absolutely, because they're very unique. I mean, Rokr, Row Life Robot Time are known for kind of wooden builds, and this is a completely different medium. And it's right up my alley. I mean, it's got a bit of a steampunky vibe going on to it, and I think it's going to be something nice. It lights up, it flaps its wings, it does a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the box open, we're going to take a look at it, we're going to put it together, we're going to go through some of the assembly stages, and then ultimately we're going to tell you what we think. They have sent me this, so they have full clarity. I didn't pay for this. They've sent this to me to review for you, but my opinions are that of my own. If it's good, I'll tell you it's good. If it's not, I'll tell you it's not. So without further ado, let's get this one open. Let's look what comes inside the box. Okay, so let's have a look what comes inside this one. This box open. Wow. That's very nice. Organisms awaken. That's very nice. We can see it's like a sprue kit. So that is that's unique for Rokr. You can see the sprues there, so we're going to remove the pieces from the sprues to put this together. What else do we have? We have what appears to be the flower there. It's all labelled bags as well, so that's nice. We've got this section here as well. Let's see what else we have. Those are the wings. So we have our wings. We have our instruction manual. We have what appears to be our inventory, so we can see exactly what we need and what we have. We have our base. Wow, that's quite heavy. So that's reassuring. We have a base there. We have what appear to be antenna there. We have this box here. Not sure what's inside here. Let's have a look. Okay, excellent. So we have tweezers, we have a screwdriver, we have some sticks, and all our screws and nuts and bolts and whatnot. Fantastic. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first part we're going to be working on is the base. The first thing I want us to do is put batteries inside of it. So what I'm going to do is, normally I would use all of my own equipment, but for the sake of this, I'm going to use their equipment. Because that's what you'll have, so I know full well that whatever I'm using, you will have as well. So I'm going to use the screwdriver to unscrew the battery compartment here. There we go. Now we need 3 AAA batteries. So we're going to install those. There's 1, 2, and 3. So our batteries in. Nice, easy way to begin. I'm going to screw this back down. This is nice. This nice little precision screwdriver, so you can sort of place that in the palm of your hand and you can get the rotation without having to turn your wrist. That's quite nice. Okay, and turning this one over, they want us to place the nameplate on the front here. So we have these 2 holes here. So in bag number 3, you will see the nameplate. So we're going to get that one out. Very ornate, it's very pretty. So that's going to go on the front, and then I'm going to screw this in with 2 of the black screws. So let's get 2 of those ready. There's 1. There's 2. So 2 of the black screws to attach this nameplate to the front of our butterfly. Okay, so remove the protective film. So there should be a protective film over the front of this one. Let's take that off. You can see. There we go. So that's that one off. Now take our first screw. Going to line this one up with the screw hole. There we go. I'm going to install our first screw. There we go, there's one. Now this will bend round to the second screw hole, and we will have this very lovely ornate plaque on the front of our base. Get that one down, get that one lined up, and there goes our screw. And there we go. So there's our nameplate on. Lovely, nice and simple. Now they're asking us to remove the protective film. That's this here. So we'll take that one out. And they want us to pull this out. So let's use the tweezers they've given us. So we can lift this out. Now don't go too harsh with this, but that's lifted out now so we can plug something into there later on. But that's exactly how we've done it. So I'll use these just to fish that one out. Let's move on. Okay, so the next stage is an important one. It's the electrical test, because it's better to find out now your electrics don't work than after you've built this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to test our electrics. So you'll find all your electrics in bag number 1. So we're going to take this piece here, and then we are going to take this piece here and this piece here. Now this is our blue light. Now you don't have to really push these things in because they are going to come back out and they are hard to get back out. So we are just going to ease them in for the test. They've got to be in enough that you can test them, but not so much that they're not going to be resistant to come back out. So we're going to put what is our yellow light on this side. Now they're only going to go in one way. So you should be able to find that way quite easily. But as I said, don't jam these things in, because getting them out is not the easiest thing to do. And this is a test at this point, and we might have to take these back out completely. So this one's been a bit of a nuisance. There we go. So it's that one in. You can see there for me, I mean, I've pushed them in as far as I want them to go at this point. When I test them, if they're not working, I'll push them in a little bit more. But this is the one you want to be careful of, because this is going to come back out. We don't want this one all the way in. We want this in enough where it's made a connection, but not so much that we can't get it back out. So there you can see, if I show you, my electrics are indeed working. So I can see the motors going, and it's doing what it needs to do. But again, I've got it loosely fitted, so my electrics are working. And I'm happy with that. Okay, good. So now we can move on to the actual bit. Okay, so these are the parts we're using for the next stage. Now, what they don't provide you with is a pair of these. These are nipper pliers or sprue cutters, if you will. It just helps make sure this is smooth when you come out. You can do this with a craft knife, which is going to make your life a lot harder. Get yourself a pair of these, honestly. Sprue cutters or nipper pliers make your life a lot easier. We're going to take the main body of the butterfly out first, clean it up, and then we're going to move on to the next stage. Okay. So we put this piece together here. Now you can see I've actually greased this. Now it comes with grease, it comes with cotton swabs to do that as well. So everything you need to do that is done. You need to grease your components, otherwise you're going to have problems later on. Now this piece is going to fit through the body of our butterfly here, like so. And there we go. So all going together quite nicely so far. The instructions are good, fairly straightforward. There we go. So we're all the way in now. And that's nicely greased so it can move freely. Nice and simple. Let's move on. Okay, so that is how we're now looking. Now you can see this pin here, through the L plate, and it just screws in place there. We're doing the exact same thing on the second half of the body, but we're also installing an LED board. So I'm going to get that built and we'll take a look at it. So this is how we're now looking. We've got the left side of the body and the right side of the body. Now taking this piece here, this is going to slot into just the front here. Push down, it's going to hold in. And now we're going to marry the two bodies together. So, I'm going to make sure I do this correctly. Yep. Nervous about this. I don't know why, but I am. But we're going to push the two together, and hopefully we're going to have a result. I hope so. So this is going to attach to here, like so. There we go. I don't know what I was nervous about. And we're going to hold this in place with one of the the golden nails, I believe it is, they call them. Just have a look. We are holding that in place with a P11, which is golden screw. So the little screw that's going to hold that together. So we get this screwed together, and then we'll move. Okay, so that I'm going to screw together. I was going to do another test, and that's to pull these rods up and down to make sure our wings flap, which they indeed do. Okay, so we're happy. We're happy. Okay, so we're taking what's essentially the butt of the insect, and we're going to slot that over here like so. Snug. There we go. So that's how we're now looking. It's looking lovely, this gold and the pattern and whatnot. I think this is going to look really nice when this is done. We're now attaching this to the base of the body. Okay, so taking the base piece here, we're going to thread our wire through there. And then ultimately, wing rods are going to have to go through here as well. So there's quite a lot going through this center piece. There we go, all the way up. Then we're going to pop this body on like so. I'm going to screw that in place, and we're going to use 2 of the golden screws to screw that in. So I'll get this ready, we'll get that done. Okay, loading our golden screws up on a screwdriver. We're going to get this one screwed in. Whoop. There we go. There's one. Now don't over tighten your screws. You want them tight, definitely, but don't keep tightening it, because these are going into plastic and they're cutting their own thread. So all it's going to do is just going to bore out the thread. You're going to have problems later on, so don't do that. You want these to bite, hold, and be firm, but then beyond that, don't keep tightening them. That's that one done. Let's move on. Okay, so now our butterfly's going to need some legs. Now this is the D sprue. Now this is different material. It's almost like a rubber, which is good because it means these legs won't snap, because we don't want the legs snapping. Now they do go in sequence of 1, 2, and 3. So starting on this side, we are going to go literally D1, D2, D3. So I'm going to get this trimmed off, get those installed, and see what it looks like. So this is how we are now looking. We have all of the legs on our butterfly. It's looking lovely. It's looking really nice. Let's move on. We are now attaching to the rows, I believe. So this should be interesting. So we've attached our butterfly to our rows. We've screwed them on. Now we've taken this piece and slotted that down over there. And that's how we're now looking. So we're looking all right. We're going to continue on with the rest of the flower. And we are going to do some with the electrics. So we're going to bring this board over here. We've got a little bit to do with that one next. So taking our motor, we've just took this piece off the B sprue and we've popped that over there. This is ultimately what's going to make the wings flap. I'm going to tidy that up with the sander, I think, just to make sure this moves smoothly. There we go. So I've just buffed off that sprue there. So that's where that's going to look. We are now going to do a little more with the electrics before we assemble both of them together. So we're using the other electric piece here. This is the yellow light. And we're going to assemble this piece, and then it's all going to go together. And we're nearly done. Okay, so we screwed our little light board into the top of our flower here, bud. And now what we're going to do is going to attach the 2 together. So this now plugs back in. So you can plug this one in firmly now, rather than when we did the test. We can now plug this in firm because it's not coming back out. At least I hope it's not. So let's pop that one down. Do we go through that hole first? No, we don't. Right, okay. So I'm going to plug this wire in and we'll move on to the next step. So we've done our wiring here. We've plugged the wire from the actual butterfly into the main board. And then we've put P14, this is this little gold bolt here, which is now holding our wings to the motor. So that's where we are. It would appear now we are completing the rows to seal this unit up. Making sure our wires are in the right place. And then yeah, we're going to seal this one closed. So let's get on with it. So there is the body attached to the rows. We are pretty much complete with the body. Next thing I'll do, this exciting bit, the wings. So we have assembled our rather beautiful wings here. Now these metal aspects go over these vinyl ones. Now all you do is you pop them over, and you can see I've folded over the tabs, as you can see here. And it just holds it in place. So that's all you need to do. The next thing we do is we're going to screw these to the body using 2 other little golden screws. There is our butterfly with the wings on. They go on very easily with these kind of fat-headed screws there. It's looking lovely. It's looking really nice. Now we're going to put some detail on the eyes and the antenna. So we've added these elements. These are all just pushed to fit, but don't they look lovely? So we've got the jewel on there, and it's looking great. It's looking really nice. Now we need to build the stem so we can attach them to the base, and then we're done. Here it is, our lovely little butterfly complete. Now, the stem's easy. We just put the bottom part in there. We wrap the wire around the stem, and then into our butterfly. Doesn't it look lovely? Now, the only thing to do, fingers crossed here, is see if it actually works. I hope it does. There we go. You can see the lights up there. You can see the antenna lighting up. Gorgeous. This is beautiful. Those wings flap. This is lovely. This is really nice. I'm really, really impressed with this. This is gorgeous. What a beautiful thing. Wow. I'm really happy with that. I'm really, really happy with that. I think that's lovely. What a beautiful thing. That's that one done, and what a lovely thing. This is really nice. Really, really nice. It's beautiful. Look at that one go. That's lovely. That's gorgeous. That's such a pretty thing. It feels like such a dainty thing as well. It's so pretty. Look at the wings speed up. So the wings speed up and slow down. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very, very happy with this. And it went together nice and easily. It took about 2 hours. But beautiful, beautiful. It is fiddly. I mean, there's some very fiddly little bits to it, but it's totally worth it because this is much smaller. The body itself is much smaller than the storm beetle, so the work inside is smaller. But it's nice. There was this stupid smile on my face because I'm looking at it. But I just think that's lovely. I think that is a really, really beautiful thing. It is available in another colour as well, so you can get one in pink. So they do a pink and blue one, so you can get both if you wanted them. Or you can get the one that suits kind of your mood, suits your room, suits your vibe. But what a beautiful thing. I absolutely adore that. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. And the jewels on it, I like this. I like this. The smile. I like this a lot. This is lovely. You can get your own. If you want one of these, you can get one. They're available now from Rokr. You can get them. The link is down below. If you click on that link and head over there, you can get yourself one of these. But what a beautiful thing. And this is absolutely lovely. Thank you to our friends over at Rokr for sending this to us. Gorgeous. I now want the rest. That's gonna run. I'm like, I kind of need to go get the storm beetle now, I think. Because this is lovely. This is absolutely beautiful. And I can't stop smiling at it. But even the antenna light up as well, which I think is gonna, in the dark, I think it's gonna look lovely as well. What a beautiful thing. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. We have lots more coming up on the channel, along with Rokr builds, brick builds, wood builds. We're building a very large Titanic, all kinds of things. So book nooks as well. Tune in, you'll find something you like. You really will. Thanks for stopping by in a world where you can be anything at all. Just be nice. And I'll see you very, very soon for more from Building the Boys. Thank you and take care.